For this final segment of Community Focus, we welcome Steve Tracy, the commander of the VFW Chemical City Post 3651, to inform us about the observance plan for Veterans Day. Steve, welcome to the Community Focus program.
Thank you, John.
What are the particulars of the November 11th ceremony?
We'll be having a Veterans Day ceremony Wednesday, November 11th, on the courthouse grounds right next to the H Hotel, and it's commemorating the ending of World War II is when it originally started as Armistice Day in 1918 at the end of World War I.
And that'll be on the courthouse grounds at the Veterans Memorial? At
the Veterans Memorial, a newly renovated memorial on Main Street.
And what will happen starting at 11 o'clock? What is the...
Well, we'll have some opening remarks. We'll have a presentation of wreaths from the various veterans groups, American Legion, VFW, DAV, AMVETS, civic organizations, police, fire, and local elected officials.
And following that, there will be a guest speaker?
Yes, our guest speaker this year is going to be Colonel Jim Murphy. He's a recipient of the Navy Cross, second highest decoration. He's a military retiree of the United States Marines, and he's retired as a full bird colonel.
And then at the end of the ceremony, there will be a 21-gun salute?
Yes, we'll recognize different veterans there, and we'll have a 21-gun salute and taps, and that will conclude the ceremony.
Now, what's planned following the ceremony there at the memorial at the courthouse?
At the conclusion of the ceremony there, which will be around, it takes 45 minutes to an hour, depending on what type of weather we have. We'll have a luncheon over at the VFW Hall on Bay City Road, 3013 Bay City Road. We'll have a luncheon there and the public's invited. There's no cost.
And there is no cost? The donations accepted?
Donations are accepted, but there's no obligation whatsoever.
In particular, you'd like to have the veterans?
Yes, we'd like to have any veterans drop over and thank them for their service.
Now, what organizations are involved in this ceremony?
We'll have the Veterans of Foreign War is kind of the host of it, but we also work with the American Legion here in Midland and in Sanford, the Disabled American Veterans, and the AMVETS, which are located at our post home also.
Now, this year, the VFW is sort of coordinating this, but don't you kind of rotate that?
Well, we do that, but not the American Legion always kind of hosts and leads on the ceremonies on Memorial Day. They're in charge of the Memorial Day ceremonies in the VFW on Veterans Day.
What services are available in Midland County for veterans?
We're pretty fortunate in Midland here. We get good support from our government officials, our Board of Commissioners, and we have a full-time office, 40 hours a week, 5 days a week, 5 days a week, staffed by a certified service officer to work with, and he works with the full range of local, state, and federal benefits from time of service. He can handle all the services that are available, including hospitalization and information, stuff like that.
And it's for any of the services?
Yes. If you served in the military, if you have any questions, he can...
He's the go-to guy.
He's a go-to guy.
And that you also mentioned earlier the emergency fund. There's a...
Yeah, we have at the end of World War II, there was a fund set up, the Michigan Veterans Trust Fund, and for emergency needs, depending on when you served, the director at the county building is Ross Ollick, and there'd be an application, but we have emergency needs. We do everything from rents, water bills, heat bills, any type of an emergency. We can look at it, and we're able to help or make a recommendation to them, somebody else that can assist them.
So are there any other memorial observances here in the county on Veterans Day?
Yes, up at Coleman at 7 o'clock and then November 11th, that Wednesday evening at 7 o'clock at the memorial
Next to the library up
Yes,
there. Yeah.
it's, I think it's US 10. I think it's Railway, but I'm not sure.
Or Saginaw or whatever.
Yeah.
Again, the date, time, and the location of the ceremony in Midland, Steve.
Yes, it's on Main Street, 11 o'clock, 11th day, and we'll be up there a little bit early.
Very good. Now, how can folks get more detailed information about the
If anybody has any questions, they could just give me a call. My number's 835-3733.
Well, Steve, thank you for joining us and telling us about that Veterans Day ceremony.
Okay, thank you, John.